Oh, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us once again for this, the 21st episode of Heroes and Villains, a Drunk Doctor Who subsidiary podcast, wherein we discuss the 21 heroes and villains of the 21st.
We discuss heroes and villains. All right, it's a side shunt to the main podcast. Whenever we either A, don't want to drink, B, don't want to drink too much, or C, just want to watch a movie night.
Tonight we watched.
We watched The Brothers Grimm, another Terry Gilliam film.
90% of a good movie.
90% of a good movie.
95% of a good movie.
All right, what are we drinking tonight?
The usual. Twisted tea and...
I'm drinking the usual Magnum Flame.
Because life's too short
for bad tasting alcohol. Alright, so we're now on Patreon.
For some reason.
For
all of our many patrons, they're just...
We have nobody. Alright, so I set up an account. It's because I was Patreoning Upward Ashley. And so I ended up on Patreon. And I'm like, well, let's see if we can put our stuff on there the way she has her stuff on there and on YouTube.
Is that part of the patriarchy?
No.
Oh.
Patreonarchy. So anyway, the plans are we're going to slowly but surely upload all the videos to Patreon in pretty much the same order that we uploaded them to YouTube with the same dates. All the dates and everything are on there. We're not going to try to hide that we're years behind on Patreon, but I'm going to try and upload 2 or 3 a week until we catch up. If you want to support us on Patreon, feel free. I set up 3 levels. $3 a month, you get access to the videos, and you get in post. $10 a month, you get, I think, the videos early, and you can suggest what alcohol we want to drink, or mixed drinks. So if you've got a favorite alcohol, like some Beefeater gin or something. Yeah,
absinthe.
Oh god.
Hand sanitizer.
And then $25 a month, which I don't recommend to anybody. Don't do it. It's too much money. But $25 a month, yeah, you get to tell us what we drink for at least a couple of times. But anyway, it's a way if you want to support the channel. We're not looking to get rich. My goal isn't like $5,000 a month so I can retire. The goal is $500 a month so we can pay for all the alcohol. Or maybe get some better alcohol. But Ashley got her $2,500 a month, and she was able to retire from her job she's full time doing the videos. So good for her.
That's
Yay!
great.
Like I said, we'll probably never get more than like $20 or $30 a month.
For $3 a month, we'll what was it? We'll strip for it. Say your name.
He'll strip for it. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. We talk about our Patreons on here and. They gotta pay the $3 first.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about our Patreons on here, what they like. You can comment and tell us what you think of various cereals, what you thought about what we thought of various cereals, or some of our ideas and everything.
How are we gonna do the early videos?
Wait, what?
For the $10 a month?
No. The thing is you go, okay, we do the video on Monday. I post it on Tuesday. Maybe I post it on YouTube on Friday. And so the guys on Patreon who get to see it early, it'll click over to everybody Friday, but the $10 and $25, don't do $25, the $10 guys would get to see it on Tuesday. I mean, I don't know. I'm figuring this out as I go along.
More perks to come.
Yeah.
You get a ticket to the live show.
Wait, what live
show? For $5,000 a month, we'll fly you out to Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, that'd be it. Yeah. We need to add a tier where they get to actually be in the show.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I don't know, $100 a month or something? I don't know. You can actually be in the show with us and watch the videos with us, come to my house, stay in the guest room, etc. I don't know.
To buy your own plane ticket.
That'd be funny. Oh, I got Southwest Airlines points.
Huh.
Yeah.
For $100?
Oh no, we'll talk. All right. Okay. Anyway.
Negotiate.
All right. So we're talking about the Ice Warriors. They are a second Doctor villain that show up for the third Doctor, for the fourth Doctor. Wait. I'm trying to remember if they show up for the fourth Doctor.
They live on Mars.
They live on
Mars.
Side of Mars.
Mars.
They do show up again during the 11th Doctor.
The 11th Doctor.
Yeah, they keep coming back over and over again. They're frequent guests. Yeah, the 11th Doctor. It's
Don't
really
like
cool.
heat.
Anyway, so they're Martian warriors. Okay, so you want to know a really cool connection?
Cool connection.
When they show up for the 11th Doctor, there's a guy in that episode who is the guy who was the main bad guy in all the movies in the 70s and 80s. He was the bad guy in Tron. He was the bad guy in Time After Time. He was the bad guy in Time Bandits. This guy was the quintessential bad guy for a long time. And he's a janitor on the submarine in that episode.
Huh. What's the bad guy's name from Tron?
The character's name or the actor's name?
The character's name.
I have no idea.
Me either.
Right. Oh, CPU was the ultimate bad guy?
That sounds right.
Alright, so anyway, they keep coming back.
They had this show on PBS. It was like a children's version of Tron. And the bad guy was Hacker. And it's kind of like... It's hard to explain. It was a math show.
Okay, I can see that.
Motherboard was the...
Motherboard?
It was like Tron and Zordon from the Power Rangers, like in a PBS children's math show.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't say Zardoz.
Who?
Have you ever seen the movie Zardoz?
Zardoz?
Mm-hmm. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, don't put it on the list.
Okay, I'm putting it.
No, it's a bad movie.
Did you ever watch it for Bad Movie Night?
Yes, we have several times. Although, to be fair, the last time I watched it, it made a lot more sense to me, and I thought it was very sublime. Alright. Okay, anyway, Ice Warriors. Warriors from Mars. They're in big suits. They got
Lego hands.
Lego hands. And they can actually get out of those suits.
Really?
The suit is armor.
The husks that are carapace suits.
Yeah.
Green, which is a weird color for Ice Warriors. You think it'd be like blue or
they look like big turtles.
White. Yeah, big bugs.
Anyway, they have a and they
should they get out of the Lego hands? Is that armor too, or is that just their hand?
No, that's the armor part.
That's the armor part?
Yeah, it's part of the armor.
So do they have figures underneath the Lego hands?
It's some weird, creepy, crawly thing, not too far unakin to like a Cyberman. I mean, a Dalek or something.
Like it's a slug thing inside the...
And they show up for the 12th Doctor.
I think I knew that,
Yeah. I was telling you earlier. They have the Queen of Mars episode, which feeds into the Peloton episodes where they're good guys.
Which is a weird character really design for this warrior race, because that's a recurring trope in Doctor Who, that this race is a warrior race. It doesn't know peace. It's always in conflict. But then you have the Ice Warriors that kind of break out of that. They break out of that typecast of this warrior race, and they actually join like the United Nations. Yeah.
and it's all thanks to doctors, it turns out, many years in the future.
Yeah. Kind of going.
Yeah. I love the way they thread that needle from the 3rd Doctor to the 12th Doctor back to the 3rd. It's really cool. Mm-hmm. And Alpha Centauri's there again. Anyway,
the what do we call him? An olive eyeball. He's like a martini garnish.
Well, there was a musical group that used to dress in outfits like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Blue Man Group?
No. Huh. The Replacements. And they had an album that was 50 songs. Each song was only a minute long.
Still a lot of songs.
Yeah. But the Replacements and their videos were like that. And they got the big eyeballs and stuff, and that's how they... Anyway, Ice Warriors. Mars. Society had crashed. They're always fighting. They're always warriors, and the Doctor always manages to beat them. Any questions?
I like the Ice Warriors a lot. I think they had probably some of the most villain character development that we've seen so far, honestly.
Well, especially when they turn good, right? You know? Yeah. But that was only from the 2nd to the 3rd Doctor. I mean, that's only a couple of years.
They're bad guys. They're a warrior race. They become good guys. They join the Federation. Mm-hmm. Then they have like a subterfuge of a splitting faction.
A splitting branch, yeah.
They're bad guys again, but that's they don't know. They're still good guys.
Right, and it's part of Peloton. You know, they show up and they try to take over.
So there's a lot going on with the Ice Warriors, which means there's a lot of like backstory and in-depth character growth with this villain faction that honestly you just didn't see at all in these other villains, even the recurring ones like the Daleks are always the same. The Master was always the same.
I don't
Like
know.
they change.
The Master is not always the same eventually.
Eventually.
Especially when we get to Missy.
This is the most villain character arc development we've seen.
That you've seen.
So far.
That you've seen.
So far.
No, I agree with you. We do eventually get some really good character growth out of the Master / Missy. We get some really good character growth in that department from the Zygons as well eventually. We get a little bit from the Daleks, but not much. And the Cybermen,
They're really
not much.
They're typecast.
Well, I mean, they're robots. They're androids.
Yeah. I dare say that the Ice Warriors are probably my favorite reoccurring villain to thus far. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say Omega's my favorite one shot. Omega was a great villain. It's so good.
Yeah.
Wotan was cool, but Omega was...
I think Omega comes back.
Really? I hope so.
I think they're talking about it in the news stuff. Okay, so
I'm excited.
Doctor Who, literally, a week ago and a day on Halloween, started the new series. Series 13, only 6 episodes, but we've had the first 2 episodes.
Have you seen those yet?
No, I live in America, not in Britain, and I don't have the BBC America.
You don't have a VPN?
No, I need to get... I wait to buy it on Blu-ray and then I watch it. The episodes are not printed out yet. It's on the computer. But the first 4 episodes have names. So the first one is the first
They're going
one,
back to where they're naming each individual episode now, rather than like a serial with episode 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, they do that starting with the new stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then sometimes they'll call it...
Part 2.
They do that once. They do that Spyfall Part 1 and Spyfall Part 2. And, well, the End of Time Part 1, the End of Time Part 2. They do that twice.
Spyfall. Spy is still falling.
Yeah. But most of the time they'll call it The Empty Child / The Doctor Dances.
Oh.
So they'll just have both title names, okay? But they have done a couple of Part 1s and Part 2s. I like the Utopia trilogy and the Meddling Monk trilogy. The Utopia trilogy I consider one story, although they consider it Utopia and then the last 2 parts. So it's numbered 2 different stories.
Oh.
The Meddling Monk trilogy is like the E-Space trilogy, where each one is numbered a different story, but a lot of times it's grouped together as an overarch. Which is... but right now we're having a 6-part story, but each one's got a different name.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's listed as Chapter 1, Yada, but online it's just the Yada.
Yada.
Yeah. Just Yada. Okay, so anyway, so I think there's rumor Omega might be in there somewhere.
I hope so. It's probably my favorite villain so far.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Does he come back before that?
Yeah, hold on. Grab, not Snake Dance, the one before it, Arc of Infinity. We just finished watching this for the main group. And I think Omega's in this.
I hope you're not getting me excited for nothing.
No, if I remember correctly from yesterday, Omega's in this.
He's so good.
Okay, so Omega's not a one-shot.
It's not the same voice actor, is it? How many years apart were these?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the same guy did the Daleks for 40 years.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The same voice actor does the Daleks?
The same voice actor did the Daleks from the 63 until 97 or so.
I mean, honestly, they probably got all the voice clips they needed in the first couple of years.
But no, it's the same guy. The same
just a
guy's still doing
soundboard
K9.
At this point.
The same dude is still doing K9. They replaced
K9
him
still
for
shows
one
up?
season, but he's still doing K9.
K9 still shows up?
In a little bit in the new show, but mostly in the Sarah Jane Adventures. And in K9, the Australian non-deal show. But no, Omega comes back in this. Alright, so we put that back. Okay, so anyway.
Don't tell me that's Omega.
No, that's Castellan.
Oh, good. That's not Omega either, is it? The middle one?
No, he's somebody working with Omega. That's the president of the Time Lords.
The whole thing about Omega was that he was faceless.
Hey, here's the 5th Doctor, right?
Uh-huh.
Recognize him?
No.
6th Doctor? Top left.
That guy?
Yeah.
He plays a character in his...
Yeah, he plays
Are
a
they
character.
both the Doctors?
No.
He's not playing himself.
He's not playing the Doctor, but he's a character in this.
He's the Doctor after him.
Right.
So he shows up as a character, and then later on he becomes the Doctor.
Correct. Capaldi does the exact same thing.
Oh.
Twice, actually.
Oh. 124. We have...
Not only that, but
a few to go.
There's a couple companions that play other bit parts and then show up as companions. Amelia Pond and Amy Williams. And
do you like her more than Amelia Lake?
No lake, just a pond. All right. Oh yeah.
Much better than her sister Amelia Puddle.
No.
Oh,
but there's River Song.
She's a little shallow.
No. All right. Oh my gosh, enough ramblings. Okay, so yeah, that one goes right back there. I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it's Omega in that, so he's not a one-shot.
I'm excited.
So anyway, Ice Warriors keep coming back. They're awesome, they're fun, they're big, they're 7 foot tall. Sometimes they're good guys, sometimes they're bad guys, depending on where in their history they are. And the one in the modern stuff was actually kind of a good guy. Threatening, but he did the right thing in the end. He was honorable.
My favorite villain so far.
All right. So we talked about what I thought was a one-shot in the previous Doctor, Omega.
We talked about Omega?
No, we haven't talked about Omega.
Have we not?
No, but
we haven't talked about him.
No, we talked a little bit about him, but we haven't had an episode dedicated to him.
Right.
We will here in a bit, but our next episode today is going to be, because we did the one-shot Celestial Toy Maker for the first Doctor, so we're going to do a one-shot with Salamander for the second Doctor as the favorite one-shot for that Doctor.
What was our favorite one-shot for the first one, the monk? Well, he wasn't a one-shot.
No, he came back in the Dollar Transfer Plan. I just said it. It was the Celestial Toy Maker.
Celestial Toy Maker.
And we did an episode for him.
Now we're doing
an episode for Salamander.
Salamander.
Yeah.
Who's our favorite one-shot of the third Doctor?
Well, it's not Omega. He comes back.
Huh.
The Autons come back.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. I'm not sure there is a favorite third shot for the...
Have we done a episode about the cavemen yet?
No.
Did they come back?
No. Hold on. For the third Doctor, maybe that Society... Oh, the Spider Queen.
I like the Spider Queen.
Yeah, that would be our favorite one shot for the third Doctor, the Spider Queen.
Isn't she also referred to as the Great Intelligence?
No, she is...
And Intelligence?
And Intelligence, but not the Great Intelligence.
I like the Spider Queen. She's good.
She's cool. She'll be our favorite for the third Doctor, I think.
I wish she would come back.
And that was his last serial.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Any questions about the Ice Wars? We have rambled. Okay.
No questions. Yeah, I think just a general admiration.
Yay, love the Ice Warriors. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have money you don't want, send it to us on Patreon, I guess, once we figure it out.
For $1 a month, I'll show you my nipple.
And the minimum's $3 a month.
Oh, let's make it one.
Okay. Anyway, feel free to buy us alcohol. We'll drink it. All right. Anyway, so maybe at some point we'll have to set up. Awkward actually has like a PO box where she opens up stuff, and people send her movies to watch. Mm-hmm. But we don't exactly have that. I already have all the Doctor Who DVDs, so we could send it where they just buy us alcohol and send it to us. But I think I'd rather just them give us the money and we buy the alcohol. Sounds good. All right. So
check out our Patreon, link in the description below.
Be the first to sign up and Patreon.
Maybe the last.
All right.
We'll mention you by name.
We could actually. All right.
We'll put your name in the video.
Well,
I'll animate your name.
no animation. We can mention it. That's easier. All right. So see you in a minute.
In the comment.
See you in a minute.
We'll see you next time.
Like 30 seconds from now.
Well, they might split up the videos.
Well, yeah, of course. Split up.